Hey, everybody. Wow. Yeah, I've been gone, haven't I? The remodeling is done. The problem is that I now have a broken femur. But I want to welcome everybody back to Statin Talk today. And I do have an unbelievable story for you about a bizarre and scary side effect that one of our viewers experienced while taking statins. Now, what I would like you to do is imagine blanking out and burying a CD in your garden, and you have no memory of doing it. Are you intrigued? Let's dive into this strange tale and uncover the truth here. Behind these unexpected side effects, our viewers shared this. My strangest statin story is when I repeated episodes of global amnesia, but the scariest was when I was prepping my tomato garden and my shovel hit something. At the time, I lived in eastern New York, and these are no rocks in the soil. It was a CD. I was holding it in the house and apparently blanked out, walked down the steps, got a shovel, and I buried it. I told my doctor about this and the other symptoms I was having, like vomiting and diarrhea and memory loss, and she wanted me to take another one. Take more. I refused, and many years later, doctors still nagged me, and I still refused to take them. They also cause memory loss, anger, muscle pain. I hate the drugs, and I will again, to quote my GI doctor, these drugs are a toxin. And this particular toxin is a toxin you know. Why other doctors don't understand this is a mystery to me. Global amnesia, vomiting, memory loss. These are things that we need to remember. We don't hear much about these things. So let's break down these side effects and see why the researchers and see what they say during their research. First, let's talk about global warming. No, I'm kidding. First, let's talk about global amnesia. Although rare, statins have been reported to cause transient global amnesia in some patients. This means a sudden, temporary episode of memory loss, which can be very alarming. Next, let's look at the vomiting and the diarrhea. These issues are most commonly reported, especially when starting a statin or adjusting the dose. They can be quite distressing and affect your daily life. Memory loss. What was I talking about? And confusion are other side effects that are reported. The FDA acknowledges these reports. Even though they are considered rare, it's important to note here that cognitive side effects can vary widely among individuals. Here's another one, a big kicker: mood changes, including anger, irritability, have been noted while not as widely documented in the medical literature. Many patients have shared their experience with these unsettling side effects. Lastly, muscle pain. Now, this is a well documented side effect. We know this. We know as statin induced myopathy, it can range from mild discomfort to severe muscle damage, impacting one's quality of life and making a 60-year-old feel like they're 85. So it is very crucial to understand that while statins are effective in lowering cholesterol, they can have significant side effects on some people. If you experience any of these symptoms, it's essential to discuss them with your doctor. People, statins are bad. Statins hurt us. There are other alternatives. I had my update where I just got my cholesterol test done. The test before, my cholesterol was 195. Okay. My HDL was 56. My triglycerides were like 53 or 56. However, on this last test, my cholesterol dropped from 195 to 180. My LDL dropped from 125 to 110. My HDL went from 56 to 63, and my triglycerides are at 63. And I did all of this by just changing two things in my life. I ate salmon twice a week, but I incorporated a bean diet where I was eating bean meals, different types, spice them up. I would add some vegan chili one time, but I would eat these 4 times a week for 4 meals. And my cholesterol dropped, not by a doctor, but by diet change, just by adding beans into my life. Plus the salmon, of course, the fish, I'm sure, had a lot to do with it. But let's think here. Beans, full of fiber, full of protein. Your body is made up of protein. And what's funny is your body's made of protein. The protein goes with your DNA, but then your DNA produces protein. So it's like a circle we got going on here. Why is it that we have to go get put on a statin medication and then they want to put you on supplements to offset things that the statins affect, but then you also have muscle fatigue, memory loss, vomiting, diarrhea? Why do we want to deal with these things? Now, I know it's been a long time since I've been around, and I apologize for the length of time. Please subscribe. If you find that these are helping you in any way, hit the like video, and I'll see you in the next video. And you were at Statin Talk.